So, if you don't agree to those terms, you need to get the heck out of here. I'm S3D, and this is going to be a review on the Bandai Tamashii Nations, S.H. Figuarts, Marvel Avengers Infinity War Black Widow. And why am I doing this review in 2020? Well, I waited that long to get this figure. Yeah. No, the thing I realized there's actually tons and tons of bootlegs of this figure on eBay. They're only going for like $20. Yeah. So anyway, I actually got this secondhand off my friend Meats. He has his own YouTube channel. So anyway, yeah. So this is the S.H. Figuarts Black Widow from Infinity War. Should actually. I don't regret getting this figure because I like the head sculpt a lot better than the in-game Black Widow. So, yeah. So anyway, I think Bandai actually did a really nice job on the face sculpt on this figure. You know, I complain a lot about my Hot Toys version of this figure. Well, you know, of the Infinity War Black Widow. But yeah, there's two completely different type of products. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a look at the instruction manual real quick. It's very simple. To swap out the head, you just remove like the hairpiece. You have 3 different facial expressions, and you have 8 different hands, and then you get these Tamashii blast effect. And this is how you you know, attach the weapons and stuff like that, the weapon handle and stuff like that, the baton. All right, so one thing that I just recently learned from a comic shop owner in Southern California is that apparently Hasbro has a ban on Marvel figures. MCU figures, or like, you know, Marvel related figures or something like that. That's actually quite disturbing because apparently the reason why we get these Tamashii blast effect parts for the figure is because this is the only way Bandai can import these figures back in 2018 or something like that, because Hasbro has a embargo or something like that. They own the right to you know, the licensing, and then they don't want other company that's developing the product for a different market to be you know, cutting in onto the profit. So in order for Bandai to import these figures or Bluefin to distribute them, they had to come with these blast effect part to make it you know, make the product different from Hasbro's Marvel Legends figures. Yeah, yeah. As you guys know, I'm not a big fan of Hasbro, so I think this is enough said. Apparently, nowadays in 2019 and in 2020, I guess things got a little bit more lax. So, you know, you can see like figures that just come in the regular packaging. But from what I understand, you have to pay a little bit more for these blast effect parts. So it's kind of like a shitty situation if when you're buying these figures back in 2018, I guess. I bought the Winter Soldier figure, the S.H. Figuarts Winter Soldier figure, and I was like, dude, why do we need this freaking effect part? I still have the review on this channel, so I was like, this is like a total waste of packaging and stuff like that. So that's the reason. It's because freaking stupid ass Hasbro have to do an embargo. They have every right to do so, Paul. So yeah. Anyway. So that's the box. We talk about these effect parts real quick. So you get 3 different effect parts. They all look different, stuff like that. I mean, I like these effect parts, these blast effect part, a lot better than that little crater thing that came with the Bucky figure or Winter Soldier figure. All right, so for accessories, we got the batons, and these are actually very nicely designed. Basically, her hands are not very pliable, so in order to get the baton into the hand, you basically need to remove this part and then slide the handle into the hand. So that's why this thing is designed to come apart. So there we go. So we have two of these gripping hands that you can use to hold the baton, both versions, the long one and the short one. We have two of these open hands like that, and then we also have two of these expressive hands, and then we have two of these closed fists, and this one here's got a QC issue right here with the paint. All right, and then we got two of these. These things just plugs into the backpack right here like that. And then we have the facial expressions. We have one that's looking to the left, and then we have one that look kind of angry. Yeah. And then we have the regular one right here. This one kind of looks like it's constipated, but whatever. Okay, so yeah, this head sculpt is actually very nicely done. So nicely done that there are companies that are bootlegging just the head sculpt and selling them on eBay. Well, I mean, there's bootlegs of the head sculpt itself. That's people been buying to put on other figures. So there we go. Let's go ahead and do the head's face swap. Right there, you pop the head off right there, like that. There you go. So you see that? The face plate just pops off, like so. Let's go with the one that's looking to the left. Right there, you just pop that in, and then you put the hair back on. One thing I don't like is like the gold color. You know, they could have went with like, you know, not gold, because this just looks ridiculous. Very unrealistic. I don't think anybody actually have like gold hair, like unless they spray paint their hair gold. Yeah, so that part I don't like. So let's go over the articulation real quick. I mean, it's just a basic figure review, so it's not really gonna be too much to talk about. We have the toe hinge right here, and then we got a hinge here for the feet. Get a rotation right there. Double join the knee. I think the sculpt work on this figure is actually really good. I reviewed the Marvel Legends figure, and I wasn't very thrilled with that one. Of course, the Hot Toys is a Hot Toy. You can't really compare the Hot Toy figure with a S.H. Figuarts. 1/6 scale versus 1/12 scale, and those things have like, you know, soft goods and stuff like that. Okay, so we got the ball joint hinge right here, and then we also have a thigh cut right there like that. So she can, you know, do my signature roundhouse kick. I think she can like stand on one hand if you, you know, pose it properly. I'm just not gonna waste your time with doing that. Yeah. Anyway, we got this floaty belt piece right there. You know, like I said, the sculpt work on this figure is actually pretty damn good. We got a ball joint here for the waist, and then we got the diaphragm joint right here for the chest, right there. It goes up and down. I think this is a diaphragm joint. Kind of feel weird. Feels like just a hinge, but I think that's a ball joint. We also got another hinge right there in the bottom of the neck. I think it's a double ball joint, and then you got another ball joint right there. We also got the butterfly function right here. This is a pretty well designed figure. We got a hinge. I think this is actually a ball joint. Wow, that's a ball joint. Okay, so that's pretty interesting. Kind of like Revoltech, Revoltech style. Also got this joint. Well, actually, more like Figma. This thing reminds me of a Figma joint. But yeah, I think it's a single jointed elbow that behaves like a double jointed elbow. You're not gonna you get like a little bit more than 90 degrees out of that. We also have a hinge thing for the wrist, ball joint hinge, peg for the hand. So yeah, there goes the articulation. Overall, the sculpt work is just really good on this figure. I know the end game one, it's also pretty good. It's got a lot of texturing on that figure. This one just less texture, which I think is pretty good. Yeah. Put this head sculpt on the end game Black Widow, and you got a perfect figure. This one's still pretty good though. Yeah. I think the genuine one is going for around $80. Brand new or something like that. Yeah, I just wish there wasn't the embargo situation back in 2018. and you can just get the the one in the regular packaging. But unfortunately, that's the whole situation. I don't know how Bluefin got around that, the whole embargo situation with Hasbro, and how they're still be able to sell SH Figuarts or import them, in the new packaging. But who knows? I don't really know what's really going on. For what I think is I could be getting like false information or something like that. But that's what I heard. So anyway, that's pretty much it for this review. I hope you guys find the information helpful on this, complete outdated figure. But thanks for watching.